Hello, mothers. Hi, how are you? I know you all are very busy with the child's exam, online classes, and then Diwali vacation is also coming. So the school must have given a lot of homework and activities to do. But yes, as Diwali is coming, Diwali is around the corner, and you have lot of things in your mind, thinking which sweets are to be made this year, and you are not sure now this time who will visit or how Diwali is going to be. But being the lady of the house, you always want the festival to be celebrated and create new memories. While you're thinking and planning for which sweets are to be made, what home decoration is to be done, which rangoli is to be made, what could be the menu on that day, the first thing that every woman starts with is the cleaning, house cleaning. Okay. See, actually we do it every day. We do lot of dusting, we do lot of cleaning every day. But when it is about the annual festivals or it is about the big festivals, we again get bogged down with all the cleaning part. Okay. So firstly is just relax. Cleaning is something that you have been doing, and it is only you who has to do it. But this year probably yes, your family can help you out, being some people being at home, work from home, so they can help you out. Yes, so basically when we say cleaning, it's a very big balloon wherein we say a term cleaning. But what does cleaning exactly mean? What is cleaning? When we say our child, go and clean your room, the child is not very sure what is cleaning. But if you exactly tell him what is to be done, like pick up your books and keep them in the shelf, yeah, clean or dust your room, then the child understands what cleaning exactly is. Okay, so cleaning is a quite big term. So how to do it? First, let us categorize this cleaning into different ways. Like cleaning is basically keeping everything in their appropriate place. So the first job is having a definite place for everything that you have in your house. Your dustbin, your books, your broom, your utensils, your toys, your pillows, your cushions, your bed covers, your clothes. Okay, so there has to be a definite place of keeping all these things. Some places we have defined, but sometimes some things which do not have any place defined as such, or the owner of the that particular thing doesn't understand where those things are to be kept. For example, toys. The child is normally told that some specific place is given to him, some drawer is given to him, some bin is given to him for his toys, but the toys are throughout the house during the entire day. It's the mother's job. At the end of the day, she picks up all the toys and puts it in the bin. So here, while cleaning, you can tell your child that if he uses all the toys, once he's done with the playing, if he keeps all his toys in the bin, automatically the room is cleaned. Like if he has studied, he has used his books, he has used colors, crayons and all that, but after using, if he keeps crayons again in the defined place, books again in the bookshelf or in his bag in its own place, then probably no one needs to clean it again. Okay, so basic thing is defining place for everything and keeping it again on the same place after using it. Second is dividing the things as per their use. Now see, books and utensils is something we always use, but some books, or rather than books, we can say about clothes. See, we have different type of clothes that we wear every day at home, clothes that we wear when we are going out, clothes, those are functional clothes. Okay, so always bifurcate this, and the clothes that you need frequently, that you wear every day at home, should be kept handy. The clothes that you need sometimes when you go out can also be kept a bit closer. But the clothes that you need only for the functions, or you use them very frequently for festivals, can be kept in a different drawer, a different shelf, or a different bag, suitcase, or can be hanged differently. Okay, now the clothes like the you can say the coats, blazers, and the clothes which do not fit into the boxes can be hanged with the help of hangers in the cupboards. Okay, so this bifurcation is important. Similar things happen with the utensils. Many people at home, they use normal utensils, but when you have a guest, you use a typical glass crockery. Okay, so in that case, if you can bifurcate your utensils into 2 different or 3 different ways, then definitely it becomes easy for you. If the glass crockery can be kept different, it can be differentiated based on their colors or sets, then it becomes more easy for you to identify them as well as use them as and when required. Then cleaning, brooming, dusting is something we always do, but yes, again, you will have to do it for Diwali. But apart from this bifurcation, this sorting, this keeping it closer, keeping it away, and then over a period of time, like many people during Diwali, what they do is when they clean their house, they remove the clothes that they do not need, rather which are worn out, which they cannot wear it now, they are tore out, or can be used for some other purpose like cleaning and all. They normally throw it out. So in that case, you can define some clothes which are not used for more than 6 months to 1 year. If they are in good condition, you can of course donate it to the poor people. If not, then you can just use it as every lady does, you can use it as a pocha and all, and you can just throw it out, or just give it to the person who takes it away. So that can be done. So that is getting rid of the stuff that you do not use. So there are many things like toys. If the toys are broken, many children have like, no matter you give them new toys, they'll always play with the older ones. That is fine. But some toys which are broken, which can be while playing, which can hurt the child or something like that, you can always throw out such toys, which will minimize the clutter. So one important part of cleaning is minimizing the clutter that you have in house. That may be about the extra clothes which are not used, that may be the utensils which are broken or which cannot be used or which are damaged, or maybe plastic dabbas and all that which you do not normally use but are in better condition, you can give it out to someone. Then some things which you never used. There are sometimes some things in the house that you have really got it with a great this thing, you bought it but you never used it. So this can be donated or given out to someone, which will help you to remove the clutter from your house and keep the things that you need in the house. Okay, so ultimately removing these things, removing the clutter is also cleaning, keeping the things back in place is also cleaning, and actual dusting and cleaning the entire house is also cleaning. Okay, so these are some tips I thought would definitely help you out in cleaning. Otherwise we have our own different ideas of cleaning as well, but yes, I have written one more blog on the art of cleaning which will definitely help you. This blog you can read on www.meshirish.com. I have attached the link with the subscription given below. And yes, if you're liking my videos, please like and share with especially those people who need it. Okay, thank you so much. We'll meet in some other video with some more suggestions that I get from you. Thank you.